Good morning everybody, welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy. Today is Thursday the 16th of May 2024 and this is your morning message tarot reading. So today, the astrology for today is we have the moon in Virgo. It's not making any aspects to any planets all day from the UK, British summertime. So it may be slightly different where you are, but here in the UK, we've got a bit of a reprieve for 24 hours. So this is just a nice, relaxing time for self-care, for thinking about service, and planning how you're going to take care of yourself, planning how you can be of service to the world, planning about new plans for daily devotions. Okay, what do you need to do? So let's do some cards. I think that was the first day. We didn't have any days last year where we had no astrology for 24 hours. And I think this is the first day today, the first time today. I think there's a couple more days later in the year. But yeah, it's like, oh, might as well put my feet up, enjoy the day. So let's have the Crow deck. Let's have some Gaia. And with the sun in Taurus as well, you know, it's a nice, grounded, earthy day. Yeah. I think we all deserve it. So let's see, what do we need to know for Thursday, the 16th of May, 2024? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate these energies for our highest and greatest good? Okay, let's see, what do we need to know? Ah, beautiful. Sacred Earth Mother, a message of love. I don't know about you, but I'm really in need of that today. Okay, and then the message, positive news, positive outcome. We could do with a little bit of that as well, couldn't we? And then harmony, power, self-confidence and productivity. Could do with a little bit of that as well. I don't know how anybody else is feeling, but I'm just really quite exhausted from the last few months and the stuff that's been going on and the shadow work I've been doing. And yeah, the things that have come to the surface to be looked at. I mean, it's all good and everything, but yeah, I'm just ready for a quiet day. A quiet day of receiving. So let's do the tarot and see what the tarot is going to add to this lovely day. Okay, so let's see, what do we need to know for Thursday the 16th of May 2024? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate these energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? These cards have got a really nice smell to them. Just got a nice waft of it. Let's just put that over there. Okay, so let's see. Oh, Ace of Wands, yes. Seeing that link to that harmony, power, self-confidence, productivity. With the Two of Swords, with the Two of Pentacles, with the Queen of Wands, and with the Three of Pentacles. Okay, clarifies, we've got the Seven of Swords, we've got the Six of Cups, we've got the Queen of Cups. Underneath, oh, we've got the Queen of Swords, that's three queens we've got out. We've got the Nine of Cups, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, Okay, we've got a lot going on. Right, let's just pull these round. Okay, so after the Ace of Pentacles, we've got the Devil. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. We've got Temperance. We've got Death. The Devil and Death came out on Monday. Was it Monday? What deck was it? In the last few days, we've had the Devil and the Death cards come out together. Then we've got the Hierophant. Then we've got the Eight of Wands. Then we've got the Three of Cups. Then we've got the Two of Cups. So we've got three of the four twos. The two we don't have is the Two of Wands, and we don't have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so we've got three lots of twos out, but we've got a lot going on. So, where we find ourselves, the Ace of Wands, the divine gift of energy, of passion, of power, of that fiery, vital life force. And do you know what? I am definitely in need of a bit of this. I don't know about you, but definitely say when I'm recording this. It's been really intense with the astrology, with the solar flares, just with everything. It's just sort of been one of the most intense periods of astrology I've known for a long time. And my mantra these last few weeks since the sun went into Taurus, and Venus went into Taurus, and again yesterday with Mercury going into Taurus and with the new moon in Taurus, has just been ground, integrate, embody, slow down, ground, integrate, embody, come back to center, ground, slow down. It's just been endless. So yeah, I'm ready for a burst of energy. I don't know about you. The energy that's leaving is the Two of Swords. We've not known which way to go. Okay, we've been on hold. We've been on pause. We've been held back, and waiting for something to happen to show us the way, to give us direction. And yeah, in the Two of Swords often, and it is in this case, I've just checked, often the figure is blindfolded, and the crow is blindfolded in this card as well, which the Justice card is also blindfolded. So we've not been able to see which way to go. Our foundation, yeah, we've been to-ing and fro-ing a bit in the real world, in our physical world, sort of weighing up options. Is this what I'm meant to do? Maybe it's this, and maybe going round in circles, definitely going round backwards and forwards, in a sense of indecision, because we can't see we've not been able to see which way to go. Okay, but now that burst of divine fire brings us to the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, fixed fire, water of fire, Leo energy. We're coming back to that courage and confidence and energy and being fired up in our creativity. Okay, reconnecting to our passions. And that's being supported by Spirit. That's the message from Spirit. Reconnect to our passions. Use that Ace of Wands to connect ourselves to our passions. Okay, to shine our light out into the world. And then what we're coming into is the Three of Pentacles. So on an inner level, for me, the Three of Pentacles is about um, the triad of harmonizing. We've got that harmony card again, harmonizing body, mind, and spirit. Um, in the outer world, it's about connections and collaborations with other people and creating this energy of synergy. Okay, so for me, synergy is when sort of you get these separate parts, and the sum total of these separate parts coming together and working together far exceeds the input of each part. Okay, it's like coming together, you're bouncing ideas off each other, you're inspiring each other, holding each other to accountability, lifting each other up when sort of you're having your down times. Okay, it's a lot it's a hell of a lot easier to work with other people in a collaborative, creative entity than it is trying to sustain yourself. I'm also drawn to the crow in the centre of the spread, pulling on the cherries. So, sort of one of my one of my things is, and it goes back to a ritual. What was, I can't remember what the ritual was. It might have been called Cherries on Top. It was about sort of, having the entire ice cream sundae with everything on. You've got all the different flavoured ice creams, you've got all the different lovely, like the sauces and syrups, and you've got nuts and you've got sprinkles and you've got a flake in the air and in the top, and a wafer, and you want a cherry on top of that. You want it all with a cherry on top. I don't want much. I just want it all with a cherry on top. And it's one thing that's just, it's been coming back to me over the last few years. In fact, on one of my altars, I do have a pair of cherries as the cherry on top. So, this message of love and positive news, positive outcome, of this coming back to harmony, coming back to that internal balance. The harmony card has got power, self-confidence, productivity. Maybe that's the three pentacles coming together within us, creating the energy and the passion and the firepower to achieve everything, including the cherry on top. The clarifiers. Okay, we've got the Seven of Swords here, and I love this Seven of Swords here because we've got this crow flying away with the Three Swords. Okay, the Three of Swords, the heartbreak. So there's this crow is taking the heartbreak away and leaving the Four Swords, which is the card of healing. It's a card of retreating and taking time out to come back together. Okay, sound a bit like today with no aspects. Okay, and with that we've got the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups can be about reminiscing about the past. It can also be about pleasure and enjoyment of the senses, and emotional pleasure and enjoyment, nestled between the disappointment and regret of the Five and the emotional quagmire of the Seven, and fantasy futures and illusion of the Seven of Cups. The Six of Cups is the sun in Scorpio. So, emotional stability, which is sort of pleasure and bliss and, enjoyment of the day. Enjoy the day. And then we've got the Queen of Cups, which is fixed water, which is water of water, which is Scorpio energy. Okay, so, enjoy that emotional stability. Be comfortable where you are. A day of relief in the midst of sort of all the emotional stuff that's been going on, all the deep shadow work and the soul retrieval and the eclipse energy and Mercury retrograde and everything that's been going on. So, you know, we may be still going through stuff, but today, just be comfortable in that and just have enough compassion and love for yourself to just enjoy the peace of today. So what's going on in the subconscious? Well, we've got the Queen of Swords here. So the Queen of Swords, fixed air, water of air, Aquarius energy. So the Queen of Swords, independence, insightfulness, clear vision, cuts away the BS, and you know, is very resourceful and resilient and independent and can do it on her own. With the Nine of Cups, the emotional wish card. Okay, so we're setting into what, you know, sort of from a place of your independence, irrespective of anybody or anything that sort of you're in relationship with or partnership with or anybody else's concerns or anything like that. Today, you're going to put yourself first with the Queen of Swords, and you're going to set intentions for yourself, from yourself, about where you want to go and about what you want to create. The Ace of Pentacles here, the divine gift of a new opportunity opening up in the physical world. Okay, now some of you might have felt uneasy when I said about, you know, just put yourself first. Think about just you, independent of everybody and everything else in your life. What are your deepest desires? Okay, how are you meeting your needs? Okay, and I'm saying it might have made you feel uncomfortable because the next card we've got is the Devil. And it's like, especially as women, you know, we're often told it's selfish to think of yourself and to put yourself first. You know, we're here to nurture everybody else and look after everybody else's needs, and not consider our own. And I know, you know, we're socialised, we're conditioned, other people's expectations on us and things like that. This is all in here. And I know for a long time, and I know I'm not on my own, you know, it's quite common for women, you know, we're not shown that the importance of having our own interests and things like that. You know, we support our partners. Okay, in, you know, often sort of in relationships, sort of, you can both be working, but then all the homework, the unpaid mental work and emotional work of organising families and children and organising and preparation and everything falls onto our heads as well. And I remember it with my dad. You know, he had time to go off and play golf and go fishing and do all his things and everything at weekends. And it's like being there helping my mum, doing the shopping, you know, cooking dinners and doing all that thing. And it took me a long time, especially in relationships, to realise I could have my own needs. And yeah, it's like, well, what are my interests? What do I really like doing? You know, rather than sort of just being an extension of somebody else. And so when I'm saying put yourself first, I could feel people's unease about that. It's like, ooh, now that's a thing to ask. But think about it, okay, because we've got the divine feminine, Gaia, the divine mother, supporting us, loving us with her messages of love. And it could be really empowering to just think, especially if you're not used to thinking about things like this for yourself. Okay, so we've got the Devil there. And then we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, this is mutable earth energy, which is air of earth, which is Virgo energy. So slowing down, taking our time. There's no aspects, there's no sort of the moon, like yesterday, my God, what a, what a day that was. All those squares to the planets in Taurus. That, I'm recording this on that day, and it's been quite hard. It's been quite challenging. I found it exhausting. I'm physically exhausted. And when I felt into it, it's like, oh God, why am I feeling like this? I'm absolutely shattered. I did the day before have a busy day, teaching and attuning Reiki students. But yes, the squares just sort of zapped my zapped my energy, and yeah, looking forward to the 16th and having a real break. But we're being called to slow down, to take our time, to get into that Virgo energy. Okay, feel into your intuition and your inner world. You know, what is self-care to you? What does it look like? What habits, behaviours? Okay, what devotions do you do to yourself on a daily basis? What practices do you have that renew your energy? I love doing yoga. I do yoga first to calm my mind, to work my body, get rid of all the excess energy first with the yoga, and then meditate. I do a daily journaling process, which again, you know, getting all that, I'm a Gemini, so, you know, all that mental mind thought energy out. Do a bit of a card pull for myself, what energies for today. And yeah, and then sort of more over the years, you know, finding my own interests and doing more for myself. So yeah, because you know we can't always be of service to other people. If we're always of service to other people and we're not of service to ourselves, we're going to get burnt out. I've been there, I've done that. And when I have days like this, when I am genuinely really exhausted, I know I've been giving too much and just drained myself a little bit. But that's why, you know, all my self-care stuff is really important to me, to make sure that I recharge myself, especially when I've had a full-on day. And teaching has always been full-on for me. It's like I'm quite an introvert, and because I've had burnout and things, I might have to manage my energy really well. And teaching is one of those things you're just on from the moment students arrive, the whole day until they go. And you know, to be engaged with people for that many hours, it exhausts me. I mean, sort of nothing like my 10, 12 years in tertiary education, FE and HE colleges. At least sort of, you know, when I'm teaching my students myself and teaching complementary medicine, you know, it's small groups and not all the bureaucracy and all the paperwork and all the stuff that used to go on teaching in colleges. I mean, at the time, well, I did get my diagnosis as my neurodiversity diagnosis while I was teaching. But it's like I couldn't do any work in the staff room because there's too many people there, there's too much noise, too many interruptions. So on top of all my teaching, I used to have to do all my preparation at home in my own space. That I could do it at home. I couldn't work. I basically couldn't work at work. For marking and stuff, I was able to get off and hide in an empty classroom somewhere. But sort of between your lessons, you're expected to be in the staff room so you can man phones and things like that. And yeah, I ended up extremely burnt out from it all, and it took me years to recover. So, and teaching still, it gets me in that energy. So it's like, yeah, what's self-care? even doing wonderful, enjoyable things with Reiki and all my guides and all that energy and everything there. Just that being being around people and having to be on it for that many hours a day. It's just a bit full on. I need to go and lay in a darker room after, or a nice long hot bath. That always rebalances me. But anyway, coming back to the card, you know, looking at your self-care, what do you do to recharge yourself? What are your interests? What fill you with passion and things like that? Okay. And then we've got the Temperance card. So yeah, it is about coming back into balance and harmony. Okay. In the Temperance card, we've got the figure, or in this case the crow, pouring water from one cup to another cup, filling ourselves up, filling, you know, sort of that recharging of our energies so that we can fill ourselves up. Then we've got something to give with others. Then we've got the Death card. You know, if we're not already in the middle of transformation, we should be using today. Sorry, I shouldn't say should. I take that should back. I don't like the word should. We have the opportunity to really consider sort of where we give our energy away, where we lose our energy, what we do to recoup our energy, and how we can sustain our energy. We've got the Hierophant. So for me, the Hierophant, it's having one foot in the 5D, in the spiritual realms, and the other foot in the 3D, in the physical realms, and being that bridge that connects the two so that we can have direct contact with Source. We can co-create with Source. We can become our own inner spiritual guru and our own inner teacher and find what works with us and have our own connection to Spirit, Source. Okay, and when we do that, the messages, the Eight of Wands, we've got the message. Is it the message or the message? Yeah, the message. Positive news, positive outcomes. The Eight of Wands. It all comes through for us quickly. Okay, then the Three of Cups. So a chance to celebrate. Celebrate with friends. Maybe celebrate with the people that you're doing the connections and the collaborations with. With the Two of Cups, so this is, you know, having a relationship and being passionate about what we do is healing. Okay, it lights us up, it fills us up. Okay, in relationships with other people, it's about two people filling each other up, and that harmony and being there and being supportive for each other. It's healing. Maybe it's a call to look at our relationships and sort of how fulfilling they are. Are you always the giver? Do you know how to receive? Are you open to receiving? Okay, because today is a chance to rebalance that. This is the Justice card. We've got the Scales of Justice. We've got the Sword of Truth. So, you know, we may be shown a few home truths that can help us rebalance the scales, help us to, you know, karmic readjustment, releasing karma so we can step into our dharma. Okay, because we can't step into our dharma when we're weighed down with all that karma. So let's do a Art of the Sacred Wheel card. And yeah, let's sum up this reading. What do we need to know? What do we need to know for Thursday the 16th of May 2024? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give us to help us navigate these energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay, number 25, Feminine Rising. She is uncurling her power. She's uncurling her power through messages of love. So that's your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's resonated for you. As always, if it has done, then please do like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you like a personal reading from me, then email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day. Remember to take time for yourself, and until tomorrow, from the bottom of my heart, in deep gratitude, thank you for watching.